It's finally happening, you guys. It's finally happening. Boss has officially announced that they are starting to work on a Waza HM-2 reissue. Honestly, this was a team effort, guys. I mean, this was all you guys with years of demanding petitions, ritualistic human sacrifice, memes.
I'm really proud of you.
Now, what's awesome is Boss are actually looking for feedback from the community about what features they're going to want on this pedal. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, there's some consensus and some disagreement from what I've seen in the community already about what they would like in a Waza HM-2. A lot of people have already been saying right away they want to keep the aesthetics intact. They want to keep the orange and the black, keep the interface not cluttered, keep it looking like the pedal that we know that it is, and I absolutely agree with that. Something else that they've been talking about is we need a lower noise floor. The HM-2 is definitely known to not be the quietest pedal. It's noisy as fuck. And I think a lot of those noise issues are going to be taken care of just by virtue of this being made out of nicer components with nicer buffers in Japan. That definitely helped lower the noise floor on the Waza Metal Zone, and I think that's going to have the same effect here. Now, some people have gone as far to say is that they want a built-in noise gate with this, and I just don't agree. I don't think that's a very good idea for a couple of reasons. One, we already have a lot of gates out on the market, and standalone gates are typically going to be better than what you find built into a pedal. And anything that's going to go into the HM-2, honestly, is going to be pretty rudimentary and isn't going to be great and is going to be lacking in usage, functionality, the quality, just so they could fit it in there, and I don't think anyone would really like it. So what features do we want to see in a WazaCraft HM-2? I have some ideas, and I think that these ideas are probably going to be pretty close to what we get in the final product. Now, a lot of WazaCraft pedals have a standard and custom switch. That switch will go between the original functionality of the pedal and either a newer, more updated voicing or some modifications that have been done to it. I think that we can expect to see that on the HM-2 as well. So if the standard mode is what we all know and love from the HM-2, what would be in the custom mode? Well, I think that we should add some concentric pots like you'd see maybe on an MT2, a Metal Zone. And I think that those concentric pots should be on the gain knob and on the EQ controls. Now, what would they do? Well, I think on the gain control, we'd have a blend knob, a wet-dry blend. Now, why would we have that? I've already seen a lot of people in the community asking about that. Is it for bass players? It could be. That'd be awesome. But no, my main reason for wanting that is because a lot of people use this not as a distortion or a preamp, but as a way to boost the front end of their amplifier to get that chainsaw sound and kind of blend their gain stage, but with that Swedish chainsaw. And being able to dial in exactly how much of your clean signal and exactly how much dirt and filth you get from the pedal would be vastly useful for a lot of players, and it's something you see on a lot of aftermarket modded clones of the HM-2. Now, as for the controls in the EQ section, I would do something pretty cool with that. I would add a mid control and a mid sweep, so you can dial in what mid frequency you're boosting or cutting, and then boost or cut it, just like on a Metal Zone. That would make this thing a lot more usable, and you could really dial in the exact tone that you'd want. I think that's a really good middle ground where we're not adding too much, we're not changing too much of the functionality. It's definitely doable by Boss, and you still have the original pedal. Let me know what you think about my ideas, some of the ideas you're thinking about. I'd love to hear them, and definitely go and tell Boss and talk in some groups about them, because this is awesome, and this is one of the more community-driven projects I've seen, especially with a large pedal company, maybe ever, and I'm super excited about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay metal.